Okay, the next we are going to learn is referred to as implicit function. Now, what is implicit function? Now, whenever we talk about implicit function, recall that anytime we are dealing with derivation, like let's say y equals to x in a power of n, many times we usually say dy over dx, and we bring the n to the back, then subtract 1 from the power. In this case, this is called explicit function. Now, what is the meaning of explicit? It means you are deriving y in the respect of x. That's not explicit. But when it comes to the case at which you have your y in the equation likewise, that means your y, which is a dependent variable, is acting as an independent variable. That is, I can have something like x squared plus 4xy equals to y. In this case, we are having y in the independent variable. So anytime you are deriving your y, we call that an implicit function. So let's see what an implicit function is. Now what we have is that we say implicit function is when you have the derivative of y as an independent variable. So a quick one, in this case, we notice that dy dx is now what? Derived in the respect of y. So anytime we have the derivative of the y, we refer to it as implicit function. So let's see those rules that are abiding in solving implicit function. Okay, the rules and regulation in solving implicit function. The first rule says that when getting the derivative of y, you surely add dy dx. Then the next thing to do is separate the variable that contains dy dx, then make dy dx the change of square root of formula. So how do you solve this? I will only give one example to solve this. Let's assume we have x squared plus y squared equals to 3. So in this case, I want to find a derivative which is called dy dx. At first, the rule says we should find the derivative. So if you are finding the derivative of 2x squared is equal to 2x plus when I find the derivative of y squared, that's 2y. But because I'm deriving y, I'm going to put beside it dy over dx. Now equals to, we have the derivative of 3 is always a constant, and that's 0. So the next thing to do is to find a way to make my dy dx as a change of square root of formula. So the first thing I need to do is to bring my 2x to the other side of the equation. So that means I'm going to have 2y dy dx equals to minus 2x. So the next thing to do, divide both sides by 2y. Now dividing both sides by 2y, I'm going to cancel out this. So I'll be left with just that what? My dy dx is equals to minus 2x all over minus 2y. Sorry, there's no minus in this case. So it's minus 2x all over 2y. So this is how we make use of implicit function. So let's solve question involving this.